In the United States of the 1960s, a name began to echo with fear and mystery through the streets of California: Zodiac. He was not just a killer, but a living enigma, a master of macabre provocation and communication, who taunted authorities while terrorizing the population. This is one of the most intriguing criminal cases in modern history, marked by ciphers, enigmatic messages, and an identity that remains unknown to this day. The story begins on December 20th, 1968, when two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, were brutally murdered on a deserted road in the Vallejo area of California. The couple had gone out for a romantic date, but never returned home. A few months later, on July 4th, 1969, another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, was attacked in a similar manner. Michael survived, but Darlene was not so fortunate. In these early crimes, the police were far from understanding the magnitude of the case. What seemed like the work of a common killer soon revealed itself to be something much larger and more disturbing. In August 1969, the killer took an action that set him apart from other criminals. He sent 3 nearly identical letters to the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald. In these messages, he confessed to the murders and included a cipher that, according to him, revealed his identity. These codes, known as Zodiac ciphers, were elaborate compositions of letters and symbols. Although the first cipher was partially decoded by an amateur couple, it contained only disturbing ramblings about his passion for killing without revealing his identity. The Zodiac demanded that his letters be published in newspapers. Otherwise, he promised to commit more murders. This direct interaction with the media not only amplified his notoriety, but also gave the public a macabre insight into his twisted mind. Over the following years, the Zodiac continued to kill and send messages. Among his confirmed crimes is the murder of Cecilia Shepard and the brutal attack on her boyfriend, Brian Hartnell, on September 27, 1969, at Lake Berryessa. This time, the Zodiac left a message written on the victim's car door, detailing previous crimes and signing it with his now iconic symbol, a circle crossed by a cross. The height of his audacity occurred on October 11, 1969, when he killed Paul Stein, a taxi driver in San Francisco. Unlike his previous attacks on couples in isolated locations, this crime took place in the city, and the Zodiac stole the victim's belongings before disappearing. Days later, he sent a blood-stained piece of Paul Stein's shirt to the San Francisco Chronicle, proving he was the perpetrator. Many suspects emerged over the years, but none were formally charged. Arthur Lee Allen, one of the main suspects, had several circumstantial connections to the case, but no definitive evidence linked him to the crimes. DNA tests, handwriting comparisons, and other analyses never produced conclusive results. The mystery of the Zodiac's identity is reinforced by his ability to manipulate the police and the media. He seemed to know exactly how to feed his legend, carefully choosing when and where to strike and provoking authorities with puzzles that remain largely unsolved. The Zodiac case inspired books, films, and even conspiracy theories. He became an almost mythological figure, a terrifying example of human capacity for evil and society's fascination with unsolved mysteries. Films like Zodiac 2007, directed by David Fincher, helped keep the story alive, bringing new details and theories to contemporary audiences. Despite the decades that have passed, the case remains open. In 2020, a group of cryptanalysts managed to decode one of the Zodiac's messages, but it brought only more mystery, with no clues about his identity. Theories continue to circulate, from the most plausible to the completely far-fetched, but one thing is certain: the Zodiac is not just a killer, but an enigma that defies time. If you enjoyed this story and want more content like this, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave your thoughts on this case in the comments and tell us which other mysteries you'd like to see here. See you next time.